This sketchbook assignment is linked to your previous discussion post. In that post, you were meant to think about 10 adjectives that you could use to describe lines. So it's meant to be sort of a brainstorming project for this first sketchbook assignment. And, when we're thinking about adjectives and how those are translated into art, we're trying to kind of simplify everything down to its easiest form, which is line. And we want to try to have as much variety of line as possible. So we're going to kind of play around with how to do that. So I'm going to go into Procreate here, just to kind of show you some examples of what we're talking about. So thinking back to some of those adjectives about line, let's think through what different kinds of lines could possibly look like. For example, if we think of a very simple adjective like smooth, if you could imagine a nice, easy, smooth line, it might look something like this. It goes even in and out, right? So maybe that could be my smooth line. You could also think about having, you have to come up with two. So I might try to think about adding a little bit of variety to what I'm working with. So maybe my next smooth line is very light, even line. So that would be my two lines for my smooth adjective. You could also think how it might be different if I had something that was a little more active, like you had an aggravated line, for example. And think, you don't have to have one exact everything looking the same. That might be my agitated line, so that could be one example. And maybe my other one, I get a little bit more emphatic. So these could be my two agitated lines. So you're just basically going to go through for each of your 10 adjectives, go back, design two different kinds of line for it. Once again, this is a brainstorming activity, so there's no right or wrong. You're just going to figure out how to use your new tools, your Tomboy pen or your Micron pen, and just see how many different kinds of line you could come up with.